There is a book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiastes 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man hold his tongue, and look what is said. They exalt it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he is stumble, they will help to overthrow him. Right, and to that like to say Kalhalayamla Alahay Nawai Hawa Bashim Rashai Bashim Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and others of great mystery who well. Shalom unto the brothers that pushing this books in truth and sincerity to folk on it. And shalom unto the Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen nations, and shalom unto your sisters who is listening and learning. Here's your brother Kratazar with GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp out of Trinidad and Tobago. Right, so hereby, hey, we're just getting some thought today. That Holocaust, is already here. Right? That Holocaust is already here. Right? And these men, who be the top rankers, who run in the world, the ones who, who's been there, puppets, when they look at these men accounts where these men are rich. Right? It's just different levels. There's different levels to these things. Right? And when these men talk, right, everybody look up to them. Their head held high, looking up to them. Alright? And you can see, what's going on in the world today. Where we have all these wars, these rumors of wars, the conflict. Right, the conflict that going on right now, with Israel, Iran, right, Russia, Ukraine, right, Babylon, which is America, that getting in on the mix too, right, China, right, all of them getting in on the mix. Right, the scripture to talk about the second who is past and the third who cometh quickly. Right? And all this, it leads, to the Holocaust. And look what we had the bioweapons. Right? And some of that, the code to the 19, what happened the other day. Right? Everybody who recently get that juice, right, they are just they basically just getting deleted. Right? They're just falling down, like flies. Some of these things you may not hear on the news, but these things goes on a daily. Alright, let me just do a quick check here. Right, so here we have by Google, right, by AI overview. It said in 2025 global mortalities statistics include a total of 42,081 deaths registered by the end of March, right? With 14,310, right? In March alone, right? Right, compared to the previous years, but we know that this, they just an average number, right? But we know that it will have more deaths than that number, right? Because it have people who not recorded, right? But in time to come, with all these small wars, that taking place, it does have many deaths, right? It have many deaths, right? All right, so we get Sirach 12 and 10. It said, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted. so is his wickedness, right? Like iron rusted, right? You know, when iron come nice and shiny, glossy like chrome, after a while, what does happen to it? Even especially when you're not taking care of it, what does happen to it? It's out of rust. And that is it. These men speak lies upon lies upon lies. Right? They never speak any truth. Right? Conflict after conflict. Right? But you know, the Holocaust the Holocaust basically already started. It's just at a low point right now. Because very soon it's gonna have nowhere to bury no one. Nowhere to bury no one. And that's just it. You don't see people, rotting within the streets. Right, let me get next scripture. Right, this is second Ezra 16 and 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. Right, which dung goes back in, as shit. Right, people will just be in the road, just dead, just rotting, you know. And there shall be no man to comfort them, right? Now no man to come and nobody to come and bury you, no family, and who no funeral, right? For the earth shall be waste, and the city shall be cast down, right? Because, for example, what's going on in Iran, Israel, right? Even in this country, in Afghanistan, right? Well, all these set of bombings and things, right? Very soon it's going to be like that in Trinidad too. Look at people, right? Many people losing their jobs by the thousands. What do you think gonna happen? Crime going on to be on a high level. And if you ain't humble yourself, if you ain't humble yourself, right, to come back to your true power, which is your Bashim Shai and obey and fame, right? Who is going to save you in them times? Right? Who is going to save you in them times? Alright, let me get this. Like we said before we close off. Right, there's the book of Second Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is alright, but there's when Second Ezra had the vision, right? And he said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Right? Because of dread times coming. Right? Dread times coming. Alright, so I hope that is the short lesson. It was edifying. And to that, I'd like to say, Kal Halayam La Alahaina wa Yahwa Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Mission who well, Shalawam unto the brothers that pushing this truth, and Shalawam unto the Aquatium to listening and learning. This is what I practice. Till next time, Shalom.